Why do men cheat? The question is as old as relationships themselves, yet the answers remain uncomfortable. Today, we dive into this through the lens of Machiavelli because sometimes, to understand human behavior, you must confront the darker side of desire, power, and psychology. Machiavelli believed that people often act based on opportunity, not loyalty. And when it comes to men cheating, this principle reveals a truth many don't want to accept. Cheating is rarely about love, but about impulse, ego, and emotional gaps left unaddressed. Some men cheat because they crave validation. Not because they don't love their partner, but because they want to feel wanted, admired, powerful. Machiavelli would say, "A man driven by desire will always choose the path that feeds his ambition." In modern terms, if a man doesn't feel valued, appreciated, or respected, he looks for that feeling elsewhere even if it destroys everything he already has. Others cheat because they lack discipline. Machiavelli taught that self-control is the foundation of power. Without it, a man becomes a slave to his desires. Cheating becomes a moment of weakness, not a calculated betrayal, but weakness still breaks hearts. Some cheat simply because the opportunity appeared. Machiavelli said most people won't do wrong unless the chance is presented without risk. This explains why even good men fall when the environment is tempting, private, and consequence-free. But here's the real uncomfortable truth. Cheating isn't always about dissatisfaction in the relationship. Sometimes it's about the man's internal struggles, childhood wounds, insecurity, addiction to novelty, fear of commitment, or emotional immaturity. Machiavelli would argue that a man who doesn't master himself cannot be trusted to master his choices. Does this excuse cheating? No, it simply exposes what causes it. The solution begins with understanding. A man who has discipline, emotional security, and strong values is far less likely to cheat. A man who respects his partner and himself protects what he loves. And a man who chooses loyalty even when opportunity comes is a man who truly understands power. In the end, Machiavelli teaches us this. Cheating doesn't begin in the bedroom, it begins in the mind. And loyalty is a decision, not a feeling. If you found value in this, please like, share, comment, and subscribe for more powerful insights.